Alright, let's take a look at a skill I've never even seen called Unearth. It is a physical projectile skill that shoots extremely fast, and I'm going to be pairing that with Impale gloves. I was using ethereal knives, and it works really good for clear, but not so good for boss battling. This seems to feel pretty good for bosses. It's nearly impossible to see for a lot of bosses because of the color palette. And it sucks that it doesn't just shoot a projectile and actually targets a specific spot. So if you're trying to like Blade Vortex, and it's just a little awkward. And it's not very good at mapping, but you can use Blade Vortex for mapping. Quick gear shout out. Obviously using the same thing I was using before. These are the 4 main pieces of gear. Everything else is just resistances and all that jazz. Let us run a... It's not big boy. It's in the stuff category. Let's run one of these. It's kind of rad. I've never done it before. I think my next upgrade, I'm going to drop Discipline. Even though Discipline does give me quite a lot of energy shield. I'm going to drop Discipline and try to squeeze in either Pride or Determination. I think I'm going to do Pride so I can just do more damage to bosses.
Champion against champion. Mine will be victorious.
Foolish maiden, come to feed me her champion. Slaughter. Crush.
So it's able to apply Impales very quickly. And if he didn't hunger so quickly, I could kill him before he even phases. But he went under the ground, and now I'm not playing a game. I'm just, running around doing nothing. Oh, great. Obviously, I don't like this bot fight. I don't like any boss fight where the boss decides he wants to hide and where you can't target him. I think it's bad boss design.
The dangle will not be denied.
Can't see his health. It's quite a lot of damage. Once again, no longer playing the game, just kind of hanging out.
Feast. Cold. Death.
It's kind of cool. I kind of like it. Out of all the skills I've tried, this is the only one that I might prefer over ethereal knives. Not that the ethereal knives is great, but it also, I got rid of the projectile medium nodes that I had over here, so I could path into this life node with these energy shield, spell suppression nodes, and then I re-got these ones, despite how ugly it looks. With this whole thing being a connected square, it's super ugly. But that does allow me to get to, I think it's like 94% spell suppress. And I was dying quite a bit from spells that were not being suppressed. So now I don't die as much. I still die from big physical hits, and Determination would help out with that. But in order to get Determination, I think I need to re-oil my amulet to this one, which I think is 3 silvers. Yeah, 3 silvers, which I don't have at the moment. I might do some, I only got 1 silver. Might do some blighted maps to get my silvers up. Let's run a map just so you can see what it looks like with a map. Dunes. Dunes is fun. Doesn't feel very good with maps, but if you ever hit a difficult target, I don't know why that's in there. If you ever hit a difficult target, that's not a good representation. If you hit a difficult target, you can just pop them with the Unearth. Such an awkward spell. I don't think Unearth was supposed to be used this way. Extremely fast. I don't know why it casts so fast. Effectiveness of added damage, 140. Like, where does it say the cast? Oh, cast time, 0.03 seconds. It's even faster than Blade Vortex. It just casts so fast. It applies impales like you would not believe. 45% more monster life. Keep that in mind. As I dunes on through. So for map clear, you're going to be using just Blade Vortex mostly. Because Unearth is awkward. But Blade Vortex works. Additional jewelers, fusings. I like fusings. I spec'd into the blue boss. And by speccing into blue boss, I get a lot more of those blue boss spawns. And spell suppress helps a lot for when they shoot that blue jizz at you. So you can hit the Unearth on those guys, and it's pretty quick. I haven't checked POB yet, because I always forget how to modify my crit multi. I mean my crit chance to 100%. But it definitely is faster. I did 2 of those mid blue bosses back to back. And was able to kill one before he went underneath with Unearth. And I've never been able to do that with Ethereal Knives. But you just can't see the spell, which is a little awkward. It's kind of like, what's that, Spectral Helix, how without the MTX you can't really see what your Helix is. It's just like right now I'm casting it and you can't really see it, especially when you got some fog juice going on. So it's not the best in terms of like feel and visibility, but it does great damage. Lesser Eldritch. I'll do some map duplication. The Blade Vortex is a bit slower than Ethereal Knives. I don't really care about either of those. So if you're doing just mapping, I'd switch to Ethereal Knives for it. But I've gotten rid of all of my piercing nodes, so Ethereal Knives doesn't feel very good with the current setup that I have. So it might be a good idea to do like a switch between a bossing and a mapping setup. But this Blade Vortex isn't too much lower than Ethereal Knives. And I run maps pretty slow anyways. I like to get my money's worth. Tier 11. I need to really get my other orbs. I'm trying to get to a serious fight, but I haven't been able to do it yet. I should just buy it. Wait, no, it's not serious that I need. It's Uber Elder, I think, and Maven in order to get my Atlas stones to make all maps T16. I don't think you can buy those. As you can see, Unearth is a little less useful in maps just because Blade Vortex kills everything. Yes, you do. See, that guy almost had enough life to sustain, to make me do something different. I don't know why I pick up this blue shit. Or that. Or that. Or that. Or that. All of that was accidentally picked up. Really should up my filter by now. But I like to get the lesser currency, and I don't want that lesser currency filtered out. Let's see, I like shields, I like gloves, and boots. There we go. I just want to do a quick demonstration of Unearth. Let's do it on another boss. Let's sell some of this shit first. Accuracy sucks, 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 sucks. Increase explosive concoction. I don't think that's any good. Bunch of dog shit. I keep forgetting to put that in the stash either. Alright. I think I had a red one. Let's do a mid-red boss with this skill set. Normally I hit them with a thing to make them rare, but being able to test damage is much better and more effective if they are the same.
Champion against champion. So it must be.
Replica! Solar Storm! Astral Avalanche!
Just need a moment to catch my breath.
I don't remember if I need to be on the red when the blue's coming, or if I need to be on the blue when the red's coming. I always forget.
Simulacrum! Deep space! The dark side!
I mean, that's pretty good damage.
Or at least until the others arrive.
It's not good loot, but it's pretty good damage. Now, someone commented that they think that this is a trap. That I could get a wand with high crit and be able to crit just as easy. I'm not sure how accurate it is, or whether the wand is as price effective. Because right now, this 3-item setup is only like 20 chaos. At least it was yesterday. This is like 10C. This is 1C, and this is like 5, and then you got to 6-link it. Or don't 6-link it. You can just use this as a 6-link, but my 6-links have gone pretty easy. You 5-link it, you corrupt it, then you hit it with corrupted fusings, and I hit both of these back to back. Very quick, very cheap. Let's go to Path of Building and import this shit, and then put my crit up and see what kind of damage numbers we're looking at, if it's even accurate. It doesn't quite feel accurate. It feels way higher than it says. I don't know why it feels higher than it says, but it definitely feels higher than it says. Or all my other builds feel lower than they say. Okay, let me get that exact text. Custom, crit modifier, path of building. There we go. And let's just pump all this shit up to 20 just so you get a more accurate representation. Obviously, Awakened Spell Echo would do way more damage. If there's something better than faster, it always says hypothermia, but I don't freeze or chill, so I think it's wrong. Yeah, this is busted. It doesn't quite... I think it's just alphabetical. It's not actually sorting by full DPS, so... Impale is obviously probably the best, but I don't have an Impale, and those are pretty pricey. So with this current setup, it's just under 2. Let's do some configurations. Always on low life. Biggity bam, 2.5 million. Oh, we gotta switch the boss to Guardian Pinnacle. Oh, even more damage with the Guardian Pinnacle boss. Don't use, don't use, don't use. I do have life tap. I am leeching energy shield. Percent of life spent. I don't know what this does. 10? Yeah, I don't think that does anything to increase my damage. Da da da. Oh, that's good to know that crush works on spells, but I don't do anything to crush. I could try to squeeze uncrush and unnerve on this to make it more powerful. That's it. Looks like 3.1 million. I mean, that's pretty good. Oh, that's fall blade vortex. God. Oh no, it's doing unearth. So you have 1.1 million for the Impale, 1.6 for Unearth, and I've never even heard of Unearth. Like, I've seen it around, but I've never heard of anyone using this stupid spell. And it is kind of a fucking dynamite. And if we also include all Blade Vortex, get rid of the Vol and just do regular Blade Vortex, enable that, include in full DPS, and then go to Blade Vortex. Let's give it an average of 5 blades, because you can't really cast 10 blades at all times. It's just too difficult. If you put Awakened Spell Echo in here, maybe. Let's pop these up to 20. The problem with this Unearth, there's some content you can't do. It really doesn't work well with the Blight mechanic or the Breach mechanic. So I would definitely prefer Ethereal Knives for both of those mechanics. And the new League content doesn't work good for that either, but neither does Blade Vortex. But Ethereal Knives is pretty good for the new League mechanic. So they're getting like a 3.8 on the Blade Vortex. And then when you pop that Vol, the Vol does a ton of damage. So you're looking like a between 2 and 4 million damage, depending on how you do it. If you can squeeze in Pride, you pop out Determination, anoint that, and squeeze in Pride, you're probably going to be doing pretty good. Let's just throw Pride in here. Pride. Level 20. I don't think Quality does anything. I think Quality just increases the AoE. So if you're able to pop Pride in that bad boy, you can get to like 4-7. So if we pop a Pride, and where's that? Which one has Discipline? Let's get rid of Discipline. Okay, let's just delete it. Okay, I guess it didn't modify my mana reserve at all. And not quite enough. Good that I know that before I go and try it. I need another one of these. Oh, it is enough. These weren't selected. Give me leftover 21 mana, so I have to recolor some things. Because right now my curse isn't on a life tap, so I just have to put my curse on a life tap. Good to know, good to know. I like it. I don't know if it's better than much else. I might as well paste this into the video here. Actually, I'll leave it as is. You can configure it however you want. Generate, share. Sorry, I'm getting all kinds of text. Every time I record a video, my phone will just blow up. I'm a nobody, a fucking loser, with nobody who wants to text me until I record a video. All of a sudden, I'm a goddamn rock star. And I have my phone turned upside down, but I can feel it vibrate, and it's vibrating through the desk. So I know someone's over there texting me, but I'm just gonna let it sit. Actually, I'm done with the video, so I will check you guys later. Unearth. Anyone ever used this before? It's super weird. It's weird that, like, I don't even give a shit about the archer that spawns, which I don't know how the archer spawns, because there's definitely not an archer spawning. When you read it, it says maximum of 10 corpses allowed. Spawns corpses with level 81. I don't even know what the fuck. Is that a level 81 corpse? I don't know what that means. Spawn corpses with level 81. I'm not a minion player. But this is just a very fast casting spell. which works very well with Impale. That is all. You can all go to hell.